Okay, we're going to do a demonstration of how to make a 3-color print with 3 blocks. Okay, 1 block for each color. And the paper is going to act as white. The first thing that is most commonly done is to make a key block. And that's usually printed in black, but it can be another dark color. That's why in process printing, CMYK stands for cyan. So before I started this tutorial, I traced my artwork on a piece of tracing paper, and this is the way I want it to print and see it. So I have all of this nice soft pencil, this dark graphite, on the tracing paper. A regular number 2 pencil will work, but you'll have to press hard to transfer it. So the softer the pencil, the easier this process is going to be. And take my tracing paper and turn it upside down. Might be easier to see with a little contrast. Let's see, yeah. So I have my original art, I turn it upside down, get some tape, and tape it to my block. On one side, I tape along the entire edge and hold it steady. On the other side, I just have a tab, so as I trace, I can pick up and check. And all I do is trace back on top of this, and it will transfer the graphite that's on the original side, which is now face down, onto the block. Let me just draw this eye, and I'll show you. How the graphite is being transferred. Because I'm pressing firmly, but not so hard that I make an indent into the linoleum. Anytime I check, I want to be sure I'm holding most of this down, because it never quite registers the same. So you can see that it's transferring. And then what I have to do is I have to go all around and do that. Every single mark that I want to make. Okay, we're getting there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the camera and trace everything so you guys don't have to watch the entire process. Okay, that transferred pretty good. So now it's transferred backwards, which is correct because when it prints, the image will be facing the right direction. What I like to do before I cut is make as many notes as practically possible to myself about what gets cut out. So all the white areas are what's the parts that get cut out. So I'm kind of coloring in everything that's going to stay black. Otherwise, I could forget and I'll cut something out that I don't mean to. I tend to use primarily 3 tools when I cut out a block like this. The primary one is the skew chisel, and then clear out big areas. I'll use this shallow U gouge, and I have this V gouge that I use as well. Put those two to the side. Since I have a large area to take out, first thing I'm going to do is go around everything with this chisel. And I'm cutting a line all the way around on a V angle like this. What I'm trying to cut out is a V-shaped groove. If this is the area that's left in relief that's going to get the ink, and this is the part that I'm cutting out, making sure the knife goes in on an angle. Because if I were to make a relief cut like this, this corner is weak. If it has a little bit of an angle to it, it's strong. So I'll make the marks all the way around, and I'll just fast forward while I do this. Okay, I've cut all the way around the outside of the face here. There's more to do, but I'll start carving in to this edge, and there are two things I can do to start removing material. I can use this skew knife. Now remember, I've cut this way all along the edge, and I've cut a little bit inside of where I want to, because I'm going to trim that later and refine it. I can cut a complementary cut. If I held my finger here and slipped, I'd stab myself with the finger. So the fingers go behind the knife, or better yet, they help it. Started removing material from this side. Alternately, I'll use this side as an example. I can take this U gouge and start cutting towards that line that I just cut, and slow way down when I get there, and I'll feel it. This line that I want to leave is pretty thin. So I can define it either with this or with the V gouge. I think I'm going to cut just outside it with the V gouge. Then I'm going to work my way around all the rest of this and remove everything that's going to be in white. Leave everything that's going to print black. One way to, I guess, soft proof this, or just to see where you're at, how you're doing, let's color in the top with a marker. That's going to give me a good idea of what's actually going to print. So that gives me a good idea of what's going to print.